Hey everybody, this is Brian going over potential Hurricane Helene that could be developing later into the Caribbean, into the Western Caribbean, into the Gulf of Mexico. We do have a lot to talk about in this video, so I'm gonna make this is gonna be a long video. So just get ready for this. We do have this an 80% chance. This is a 80% chance in the next 7 days that we have an area to watch in the Caribbean, in the western, northwestern Caribbean, for tropical development. This has been highlighted by the National Hurricane Center. We have an 80% chance in the next 7 days, a 40% chance in the next 2 days. If I go over here, go to the satellite view, you can see, go to the visible satellite, you can see as of right now, we do have vigorous thunderstorm development starting to occur right now out along the front. So out along here is where we're having a lot of thunderstorm development. This thing is starting to get its act together, I think, right now. We go to the water vapor imagery. When it loads, water vapor imagery shows that convection right near the center. Disorganized thunderstorm development right now, but you can see the infrared satellite is actually showing that vigorous thunderstorm disorganized development across the western, northwestern Caribbean down here. This should gradually make its way toward east of Cancun here. We'll see what happens there. So if you are along I'll say from southeastern Louisiana here, I'll circle it. Southeastern Louisiana all the way down to the Florida Gulf Coast, I would absolutely keep an eye on this storm. Keep an eye on what happens with potential Helene, because this could really impact what will happen when this cold front comes through. There's a cold front coming in from the northwest. As this cold front slows down, this has a chance to make a run for Louisiana and Texas. But if it speeds up, then it will curve it mainly to the north and east toward Florida. So from Louisiana to Florida, still keep an eye on this system. You're not out of the woods if you're in Louisiana and Texas yet. Models have had a good agreement toward Florida right now, but things are still too far out. This system has not developed yet, but we're still keeping an eye on it. So let's jump into the models and let's show y'all what we are looking at. So this is this 12Z GFS model. We're going to go over GFS model, the Icon model, as well as the European, and then and then we'll look at the high resolution models. They haven't come in yet into the system, but show y'all why I think this system is definitely taking a west turn. I'll take y'all into the Pacifics there. So let's begin. So this is the precipitation outlook, not outlook, but precipitation, precip and MSEP right there. So we got right now the GFS model not doing a really good job on where the placement of the system is. I mean, it's doing a pretty decent job, I think, right now, but we'll see what the 12Z GFS does. But this is at 1 p.m. so right now. So there's 7 p.m. tonight. This thing, so GFS model tonight, by tomorrow morning, has a tropical storm by tomorrow morning. It has a tropical depression by early tonight into tomorrow morning. Has this already a tropical storm into the western, northwestern Caribbean tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And then by 1 a.m., September 25th, look what this thing does. This is okay, so this is Wednesday to 978 low pressure millidrop. So this thing is now the GFS wants it to be a hurricane by that time. But if I go forward to September 26th by 1 a.m., this is where outer bands will start becoming in effect for Florida. The 12Z GFS model now depicting a 942 hurricane. That is a strong Cat 2, Cat 3 hurricane approaching major hurricane strength there. And then we go toward let's go to 7 p.m. on the 26th. That night at 9:35 low pressure. That's a Cat 3 mid-major category. Mid-major category 2 hurricane. So, I mean, not 2 hurricane, category 4 hurricane. So, the GFS model, the models are good in agreement right now. You can see that's this, and then where it goes is going to be, where it goes after mixed landfall is going to be is really uncertain right now. But rainfall forecast, we could take a look, but I mean, I'm not certain where the heaviest rainfall totals are going to be because the system has not developed yet. But as you can see here, rainfall totals according to the GFS model, you can see here mainly across Florida and the Caribbean right here. So this area here again needs to keep an eye out right here, and then the system, and then where it goes far out from there is uncertain, as I said earlier. But let's keep an eye on it though. The 6C GFS model from this morning showed a weaker system, but some extremely heavy rainfall across the area. So where it goes uncertain still, of where it's going to go is really still uncertain right now. Let's go to the European model. So let's go to the European model and see what this model is showing. 6C. So 0Z model run. You can see European has this system as a tropical storm by Wednesday, by Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And then there's Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. has this still a tropical storm. The European model has this as a Cat 1, maybe approaching tropical, high-end tropical storm, low-end Cat 1 hurricane at landfall is what the European has as we speak right now. CMC model, which is the Canadian model. The Canadian model has this a tropical storm by Wednesday on 7 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then has this as still a tropical storm by this is by Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Not going to go over exact precipitation totals with y'all because the system hasn't even developed, and I don't know where I can do potentially a guess at where the heaviest rainfall will be. I think the heaviest rainfall will be centered right up in this part of the southeastern U.S. So Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, parts of Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, all Florida, maybe almost the whole state of Florida, Louisiana, not Louisiana, well, maybe even southeastern Louisiana and Alabama and Georgia. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that as well. So it's just my guess. I'm not going to go officially on that yet. The Icon model, let's look at the Icon model, is very aggressive too. You can see as I go forward here, you see this is already, the Icon model has this in 984, so high-end Cat 1, low-end Cat 2 hurricane at landfall. And then where it goes is uncertain. It just depends on where the trough picks this up. And if it does the trough, does the trough pick it up, turn it north, or does the trough, well, let's do this again. So does the trough pick this thing and put it to the north here, or does the trough pick it up and put it right up there, or does the trough actually pull it due north? So it could go northwest toward Louisiana and Texas. It could do north, or it could just go north and east, extreme northeast toward Florida if that cold front arrives earlier than expected. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Again, here's the satellite view. You can see vigorous thunderstorm development. Again, 80% in the next 7 days, 40% in the next 2 days. You also have 2 areas to watch in the eastern Pacific. One area, 40% chance in the next 7 days, and this one has a really high chance of development in the eastern Pacific, 7 days, 70%, 2 days, 70%. And then we also have another area right here, 50% chance in the next 7 days in the main development region. So it's just a quick update on here. I am going to keep an eye on this system. The system is gradually starting to develop. It's disorganized, so as of now, but I will keep an eye on everything and keep it updated. And y'all stay safe. I'll have another update later tonight, and I'll go live later tonight on YouTube and Facebook. So stay tuned. Thank you all.